This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Person of interest in killing of mom and 4 children held in Trelawney. The person of interest in the savage killing of a Clarendon mother and her 4 children is now in the custody of the Trelawney police. 23-year-old Rasheen Barrett, believed to be a cousin of the deceased, was held in the northwest Jamaica parish Tuesday evening. Kimisha Wright and her 4 children, 15-year-old Kimana Smith, 10-year-old Shamari Smith, 5-year-old Kafana Smith, all girls, and her 23-month-old son Keshawn Henry, were found with their throat slashed Tuesday morning at their home in the Cocopies community near Chapelton in Clarendon. The mass killing sent shockwaves across the country. Malahu Fort disagrees with aspect of court ruling on taxi drivers' SOE detention. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahu Fort has taken issue with one aspect of Friday's court ruling on the unlawful detention of taxi operator Rasheen Clark under the 2018 state of emergency in St. James. The court ruled that the regulations under which Mr. Clark was detained breached the Constitution. But Mrs. Malahu Fort said she disagrees with the court's assessment that the right to liberty is the most important right of every human being. Mrs. Malahu Fort argued instead that no other right can be enjoyed where the right to life is threatened. Therefore, this was the top-tier right in her estimation. Her reaction came as parliamentarians condemned Tuesday's killing of a mother and her 4 children in Clarendon. The government has now tabled in the House of Representatives the regulations for the state of public emergency it declared in St. Catherine last week, Friday. The regulations are expected to be debated at the next sitting of the House. The document had not been disseminated to the media up to Tuesday evening.
I note at paragraph 86 of the judgment to the court indicating that the right to liberty is the most important right of every human being. And I've been reflecting on that. And as I think of this event, where both sides of the aisle are united in the outcry, I really part company with that part of the judgment, because where I'm coming from, it is the right to life that is the top-tier right for me.
Denby High teacher dies. The Denby High School in Clarendon has been plunged into mourning following the passing of social studies and English literature teacher Everton Anake yesterday. Anake fell ill sometime last week, the news understands. Past students and friends have been paying tribute on social media. Anake is the 11th educator to have died since May 11. Todd calls for Minister to rescind the resignation of Transport Authority Managing Director. Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, is calling on the Minister of Transport and Mining, Audley Shaw, to rescind the resignation of Willard Hilton, the managing director of the Transport Authority. Hilton turned in his resignation, which takes effect June 30, but it is believed that he was forced out by internal staff. Newman alleged that Hilton's resignation was triggered by the actions of what he called a team of rogue managers at the Transport Authority who for years has been doing their own thing and doing nothing. We are calling on the Minister of Transport and Mining to immediately rescind the resignation of Mr. Willard Hilton. Todd and its associate groups and the members believe that the Transport Authority is in the right hands and on the right track, except for a few persons who decided to do their own thing, not working and create mayhem among the staff at the Transport Authority, Newman said. And at the end, when the managing director and his team want to put things in order, they're trying to distract and create anarchy at the Transport Authority. We as taxi operators know what is happening, and we are calling on the minister to visit the staff at the Transport Authority and further to rescind the resignation. We are saying to the staff members at the Transport Authority, hold the fort, the sector is behind every member of staff, he added. Newman threatened to hold a press conference to outline to the public the reasons why rogue staff members are pushing the present managing director out, because he was simply trying to clean up the system. We in the sector have seen the invaluable work of Mr. Hilton, as we have a deep interest in the transformation of the sector, Newman said. On Tuesday, workers at the Transport Authority in St. Andrew staged a protest over the reported departure of Managing Director Willard Hilton. Newman issued a call to all transport operators to stand in support of the Managing Director. We invite everyone to join us at 119, the head office of the Transport Authority, at 11 on Wednesday morning. Join us in solidarity with the staff and the Managing Director, Newman said. Blood Collection Center reopened at Spanish Town Hospital. 12 years after the closure of a blood donation center at the Spanish Town Hospital, a new unit was reopened on Tuesday. The reopening of the facility is expected to alleviate the inconvenience usually suffered by blood donors who were required to travel to Kingston to make donations of the life-saving fluid for surgeries at the St. Catherine-based health facility. The center was formally opened on World Blood Donor Day, celebrated under the theme "Donating Blood is an Act of Solidarity, Join the Effort and Save Lives." The resumption of blood collection at the Spanish Town Hospital was critical, said Jacqueline Ellis, the chief executive officer, who informed that the long distance traveled to donate blood was a major hindrance to collection efforts. The shutdown of the previous collection centers, said Ellis, was due to a number of issues that the hospital would have encountered at the time. Despite the fact that she was unable to speak about the nature of the issues because the closure occurred before her time, she stated that the new area would assist greatly to ramp up national blood collection. Currently, there are 11 blood donation centers island-wide. The STH performs over 2,500 surgical operations per year. In previous instances of elective cesarean deliveries, which needed immediate use of blood and blood products, relatives were asked to donate blood because the hospital would oftentimes be confronted with shortages, said Ellis. So having the site reopened in Spanish Town is a plus for us, as we believe in quality patient care, she said. The building, which was previously used for phlebotomy services, came at no cost to the hospital, as it was built with blood transfusion equipment and the beds donated by the Jamaica National Blood Transfusion Service, or the Blood Bank. The site has a capacity for 6 patients and will have a minimum of 5 staff members in attendance. Dr. Natalie Sharp, director of the Blood Bank, said it would not have been able to function and offer the services it does without the support of donors, for whom she expressed gratitude. As donations would have declined in the last 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the blood bank being unable to conduct blood collection drives in communities and corporate spaces, that is set to change. The blood bank is about to intensify efforts to sensitize persons on voluntary blood donations as opposed to replacement blood donors, who are more commonplace in the Jamaican society, she said. State Minister in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, expressed the pleasure in seeing the opening of the center. She thanked the commitment and devotion shown by staffers at the hospital to the care and well-being of Jamaicans. Donating blood is an act of love, an act of caring for one another. As the good book says, love thy neighbor as thyself, said Iselin Golden, Custos of St. Catherine, in her remarks. She added that the need for the gift of love increases daily, while recognizing those individuals who have over the years donated blood to save lives. Also Spring Fire Station closer to reality. A promise made 5 years ago to construct a fire station in South Trelawney is now closer to reality, as Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie broke ground in Ulster Spring for the facility. Today I break ground to fulfill a promise made. The construction of this station will improve the fate of the residents in case there is a fire. We are a praying people and our prayers have been answered. There has not been any fires in these parts which have caused their lives in recent times, and we are grateful, Mackenzie said. Construction will begin in the latter part of this year, he said. I hope to be back here at around this time in 2023 to preside over the opening. The first fire station in Trelawney was built in Falmouth 65 years ago, and the impending construction of this new station will speed up the response time to fires in southern Trelawney. Commissioner of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford, elaborated on the upgraded response to be provided by Trelawney's newest fire station. When the brigade is called to a fire in South Trelawney, one of the 2 stations respond. If the response comes from Christiana, it takes 45 minutes. From Falmouth, it takes 25 minutes. With a station right here, the response will be almost immediate, Beckford revealed. The Jamaica Fire Brigade has the responsibility of responding to almost all emergencies, including fires and accidents. Over the last 5 years, the Trelawney Fire Brigade has responded to 4,976 fires and 1,506 medical emergencies. 200 of these fires have been in these parts, South Trelawney, he said. With this construction in these parts, 21 communities stand to benefit. With the rapid expansion of the parish's residential communities, the importance of a reliable and efficient response from the Fire Brigade has become a priority, according to Beckford. There are 55,000 houses, 106 villas, a 186-bed hospital, and 8 hotels. We need to be prepared to respond efficiently, said Beckford. This will help us be better prepared for any emergency to which we may be called. Dr. Pauline Foster, counselor for the Ulster Spring Division, where the station is to be constructed, expressed happiness that the promise of a new fire station is set to become a reality. All through my years as a counselor, I have lobbied for the station. I am so happy that Minister Mackenzie has fulfilled a promise made. It will add to my legacy, even if the local government election is called before completion. Her sentiments were shared by President of the Trelawney Justices Association, Ken Grant, himself a resident of South Trelawney. Grant described the groundbreaking as a momentous occasion. I am overjoyed that this significant development is coming to these parts. It is a recognition by the powers that be that South Trelawney is important, Grant expressed. I hope this is the beginning of positive happenings for us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.